Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly what time it is. It's El Clasico. The second Clasico of the 25-26 season is here, ladies and gentlemen. And this time, it means something. It means something, not like the last Clasico where a certain team celebrated their asses off, all grouped up together, hugging each other. Yay, look, we won. Oh, acting like they've won a trophy. No, this time, it really is for a trophy for the Supercopa de España. After this week, we saw the results for the semifinals where Barcelona destroyed Athletic Club 5-0. And Real Madrid yesterday, I don't know how they do it. I genuinely don't know how they do it, but they got a result over Atletico Madrid, a 2-1 result over Atletico Madrid, and both teams are through to the final and another Clásico Super de Copa de España final, man. Wow, it's like a repetitive thing every year. It's like it's already written in the stars. I'm pretty sure we all knew this was going to happen. I'm pretty sure we all wanted this to happen. I 100% wanted this to happen because we need to get our gap back. We need to get our gap back and show that what happened last time we played each other was just a fluke. It was just a fluke from Real Madrid. Now we're here and it's go time. We have our players back and we're going to absolutely slap them up, especially when it means something, especially when it means lifting up a trophy. So it's go time, baby. It's 100% go time. But yes, guys, for this video, I'm going to do a quick preview. I'm going to get the lineups that I think both teams are going to go up with for this game, give my sensations for the game, how I think this game is going to go, and in the end, give the final result of who's going to lift up that trophy on Sunday. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Clásico always gets me high, bro. It always gets me high. But let's just get right into it, boys. Let's just get right into it. So let's start off with the potential lineups I think both teams will go up with. Let's start off with Barca really quickly. I think Barca is like the most predictable one. I think Barca is like everyone should know already what Barcelona are going to line up with, and this is exactly what they're going to line up with. I don't think I made a mistake here. This is what I just built up right here, but I think this is 100% of what Barca are going to line up with, and it's basically the same team that Hansi Flick put up for Athletic Club. The only difference is Lamine Yamal is starting. So, John Garcia in goal, backup of Jules Koundé, Eric Garcia, Paco Barcia, Alejandro Balde, midfielder, Frankie de Jong, Pedro Gonzalez, Fermin Lopez, and up top, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Rafinha. So, yeah, I think pretty much straightforward. I don't think there's any arguments there. Should have any arguments there. Maybe we can probably nitpick some players we probably like to see. Like, I personally would like to see Dani Olmo start this game. But considering the game that Fermin Lopez had and considering he's a bit more fit right now than Dani Olmo. Again, Dani Olmo, as much as he's coming back strong, he's looking, ready to go. We want to take our caution with him because we know that guy, one little slip up and he gets injured. Like, literally, he went out with an injury because he scored a goal. Like, he scored a goal and he went off with an injury. Such a Dani Olmo way of getting injured, right? So, I don't mind not taking any risk for him, but he's definitely someone I would like to see. Maybe we can throw a little Lamine Yamal through the middle and put Rooney on the right-hand side, considering Rooney put up a game against Athletic Club, and it's, I think he deserves to start, but I think Hansi Flick is going to play it safe, balanced, the strongest team he can put up with all the players available, and this is the team that Hansi Flick will put up for tomorrow. Now, when it comes to Real Madrid, I think pretty much straightforward. A couple changes from what they put up yesterday against Atletico de Madrid. So I think for Real Madrid, they're going to put Thibaut Courtois in goal, backline of Federico Valverde, Raúl Asensio, Dean Huijsen, Álvaro Carreras, midfield of Eduardo Camavinga, Orleans Tchouameni, Jude Bellingham, and up top, Rodrigo Goes, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr. So the differences from the game against Atletico Madrid is, of course, Dean Huijsen starting this game instead of Rudiger, and Kylian Mbappe starting this game instead of Gonzalo Garcia. Now, I've seen reports lately coming out about certain players. Like I saw today, I just saw, like, before making this video, Rodrigo Goes is suffering a bit of some discomfort in his thigh. So there might be doubts that he'll start. I don't know. Rudiger, I saw confirmed, like, he has some discomfort and that he's looking shaky to start the game against Barcelona. So I think since they already have Dean Huijsen back, I don't think Xabi Alonso is going to take any risks. He's going to be like, all right, cool, let's just put Dean Huijsen in. He's good enough to play. And Kylian Mbappe, I think, is the main one, right? That's the main one. News came out yesterday after the game against Atletico Madrid, like, oh, look, magically, Kylian Mbappe is ready to go. He's back. He can play tomorrow against Barcelona. Not tomorrow, on Sunday against Barcelona. He just traveled to Saudi Arabia with none other than Florentino Perez. I saw Florentino also traveled to Saudi Arabia. So magically, they both came at the same time. Kind of weird, right? And now he's ready to play apparently. So I think he's going to 100% start this game. I don't think Florentino is going to allow that him and Mbappe travel for Mbappe to hit the bench, right? Especially we all know how this goes down, bro. It all comes down to money. It all comes down to the people paying, and the people paying for this tournament, the people that want to go watch the games. Those rich mother effers. They're definitely paying for Mbappe to play this game. They want to see Kylian Mbappe. They want to see a Clasico with both teams clashing with their best players. So best believe that Florentino Perez, if Xabi Alonso goes to Florentino and say, no, but I don't think Mbappe should start this game, I don't think he's ready, Florentino's going to be like, you shut your mouth, you do what I tell you. You're starting Kylian Mbappe for this game. So I don't see a world where Kylian Mbappe doesn't start this game. Like, if we didn't get the news at all where he wasn't traveling or anything, I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, he's not playing. Obviously, we the apparent news was that he was going to be out for the Supercopa in general, but then boom, out of nowhere, we get hit with the news that he's ready to play and he's traveled. So I don't know, kind of weird there. If you call it kind of weird, if you tell me, but I don't see a world where Florentino allows Xabi Alonso to bench Kylian Mbappe. So I do see Kylian Mbappe really starting this game. And for the most part, the rest of the team speaks for itself, considering this is the most balanced team that Xabi Alonso can put up. No more mistakes on playing Arda Güler and Jude Bellingham together. No more mistakes at putting Raul Asensio as a right back and whatever else as a center back. No, I think he's understood from his mistakes in the past and know, like, all right, this is the most balanced team I have with the players available to me, and he's going to keep up with the strongest team, right? Again, yesterday's game against Atletico Madrid, I wasn't able to make a post-match review about the game, but wow, like Madrid literally just have it down to an art at this point. How they can just suffer for so long, concede so many chances, and they don't get scored on. I don't get it, bro. It's either Thibaut Courtois masterclass. They have 50 players in front that just deflects every ball out before going into a goal, or the opposition just missed the clearest of chances. But man, at this point, it's an art because holy shit, bro. Because Madrid yesterday were terrible. They were terrible, and just gives me every more confidence that we can go at them. But let's not fully disregard that in a Clásico, anything can happen. In a Clásico, anything can happen. You best believe that Real Madrid are going to give 100%. They know that this matters for them as well, considering Xabi Alonso's job is probably on the line as well. There's been a lot of talk about Xabi Alonso's job, but at this point, I don't know what to believe. But hey, you just best believe when it comes to a Clásico, both teams will give 100,000%. But yeah, those are the lineups I think both teams will be going up for this Clásico. Of course, this is the news that we got. Kylian Mbappe will come to Saudi tomorrow. He's doing much better, and he has good feelings, has the same chances to play as the rest, right? So, I mean, I think that pretty much confirms that he will be playing tomorrow. So, when it comes to the overall sensations about the game, I'm trying to think if there's anything else from again, when it comes to Barcelona's lineup, this is the most strongest lineup we can really put up. And I'm really going to talk about what we have to do in this game to really get a result. Because going back to the last Clásico, the 2-1 loss at the Santiago Bernabéu, looking back at that game, it was a terrible match from Barcelona. I think we 100%, we all know we could have done way better in that game. We were lacking energy, physicality. We were acting I think we were acting selfishly at some points. We're not working as a team, rather than what we should have been going up against a Real Madrid side, which we should have done, especially going away from home. We got a lot of things wrong. And Real Madrid got a lot of things right, especially in that first half. Second half, you guys already know my opinion on that. I'm like, all right, yeah. First half, they pressed us well. They did pretty well against us. They put us under trouble. We couldn't handle the pressure at times. They forced us to make mistakes, and boom, they got their goals from that, right? But second half was just a defensive masterclass, you can say, from Real Madrid, where they were just defending the whole time and really didn't give us any options. They tried to hit us on counterattacks and didn't score any counterattacks, right? So it's a matter of one thing I am concerned about for this Clásico is that we do concede first, or if we go down by second half, I think Real Madrid will do the same thing they did in this first game. The first Clásico. They'll defend for their lives. Because Xabi Alonso in that game showed to me that he's a coward. That he is a coward. That he will tell his team, defend for your lives. We're not losing this game. Because I guess he just doesn't know anyway what else to really do against a Barcelona side who are strong, who can definitely go up against you, right? He'll tell his team, defend for your lives. We got nothing else. We seen it, like that kind of football that he wants to play at this point, because I don't know, the style that he had at Leverkusen, I guess he just can't translate it into Real Madrid now. But I am concerned about that if they go up first, and especially in the second half, especially later in the second half, that they're going to defend for their lives and they're going to make it difficult for us. I'm still confident that we could probably do something, but it's going to be difficult considering how they did it the first time. They defended very well. Like everyone was defending, like everyone was back defending, tracking back and everything, right? Of course, that game was a lot of more motivation considering Lamine Yamal's words. Of course, Real Madrid went to go at us even harder considering what Lamine Yamal has said before the game. So obviously it's not the same situation. Now, of course, the motivation is a trophy, the first trophy of 2026. Of course, you guys already know what I feel about this trophy. I see this as like a small trophy. I don't see this as a big trophy. I see this more as a bragging rights kind of trophy rather than, a massive trophy, right? Of course, I'm celebrating everything when we lifted it and everything, but for me, it's just a matter of like, all right, cool, it's a trophy. We won it against Real Madrid. That's the best thing about it. It's the best feeling you'll get about it. But if we at the end of the season only had won the Supercopa, I would not be happy at all with the season that we had, right? If we had the league, and I'm like, all right, the league. If we won the the Copa del Rey, I'm like, all right, we won the Copa del Rey. But Supercopa de España, no, it doesn't satisfy me at all as a fan to be like, all right, we just won the Supercopa de España, right? But it's about bragging rights. At the end of the day, it's about bragging rights because you're playing your biggest your biggest opponent. You're playing your rivals, right? So of course this matters, and of course it's going to be a lot of motivation for the team. Of course, we all remember what happened last year. Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid 5-2. A beautiful game from Barcelona, beautifully executed game from Barcelona. It could have ended way worse, considering if Szczesny didn't get a red card, it could have been way worse. But now this year. Now for this year, it's clean slate. We're gonna see what team is gonna be more motivated to win this trophy. Now, obviously, the main differences from the last Clásico going into this Clásico, of course, when you look at Barcelona's lineup, no Joan Garcia, no Rafinha, and I'm pretty sure we didn't have Lewa either, right? Yeah, and we had no Lewandowski as well, right? So Joan Garcia and Rafinha being the main guys because they're our main starters. Lewa, you can say in and out, but still, it's a matter of having that goal-scoring threat, especially in the box, especially against a team that we're defending for their lives. You always want to have that threat as extra, strength to come in from the bench, right? So now that we have everyone practically available, I don't see Barcelona have no excuses to lose this game. Madrid may throw up an excuse here and there saying, oh, we don't have Trent, we don't have Carvajal, we don't have Rudiger. Look, he just went out injured. Like they may throw excuses, but I don't think Madrid should have any excuses either because Mbappe will be there, Vini will be there, Rodrigo, Belling, they all will be there. Defense, I guess some positions may be shaky, but Valverde is still practically their best right back at this point. He's been amazing as a right back for them. And De Hoyts and Raul Asensio are here or there. Take your pick of who's the worst one out of the both. But I don't think either team really has an excuse as to lose this game. I think they have a pretty strong team, both of them to really go at each other and try to get a result, right? But Barcelona's the major losses that we have from last Clásico returning for this one are very important, especially Joan Garcia, because I see this game turning out as Barcelona. I think the one thing we definitely have to get right, that Madrid got right in the last Clásico, is pressing them, bro. We have to put pressure on them. Because when I saw that game against Atletico Madrid, I've noticed a couple things. I noticed that someone like Eduardo Camavinga tracks back, and he wants to be the open player in the open spaces, right? Obviously, in the last Clásico, Camavinga practically plays a right wing. He's not going to do that this time because they have Rodrigo playing the right wing. But Camavinga, when I see him track back, he at times doesn't know when to make the turn, doesn't know when to make that kind of transition run. Like he rather just play it safe and pass it backwards. So we have to put pressure on the midfield immediately. Always press them high. Again, it's a risk, 100%, considering we played the high line. If they get through it, we might be cooked. But hey, if we want to go at them, we want to be the ones dominating, playing the front foot, we have to do that. We have to put pressure on them because we've seen Real Madrid, they fold under pressure defensively. They fold under pressure. We saw yesterday against Atletico Madrid how under pressure, bro, they make countless mistakes, leave gaps open, especially through the midfield. So Barcelona have to take advantage of that. They have to take advantage of that. We have to press them immediately, stay on them, and just be consistently on them. Just the waves of attacks, and not allow them to breathe, not allow them to play their game like they didn't allow us in the first half of the last Clásico. That's what we have to do. And of course, it's going to have to keep the same momentum going into the second half. We have to take opportunities for sure because we know Thibaut Courtois, how many times this guy saves them. But we've seen that Barcelona can score a lot of goals on Thibaut Courtois as well. We saw last year we scored. How many did we score? We scored 4 in the first Clásico, 5. That's 9 already. 2, 11 plus 4 more. 15 goals last season in all four Clásicos against Thibaut Courtois. So he's not impenetrable. We can definitely score some goals on him. And now with Rafinha back, who's very clinical, we have Ferran, who a bitch is a bit shaky at times, but still can cause some danger if you give him the right opportunities. Right? I don't see this. I don't see why there shouldn't be a goal scoring fest from Barcelona, as much as it could end pretty close as well, right? But I expect Barcelona to score some goals in this game. I expect us to score minimum 2 goals in this game. Yeah, minimum 2 goals. I'm not saying that Madrid won't score any on us at all, but I'm confident that we'll score at least 2 if we keep the momentum on them and we just dominate them, bro. But the other thing is that we have to be very physically on it, because we saw in the last Clásico, which was one of the most disappointing things, how physically out of it we looked to get up against them. We didn't look up for the task at all. Like, they were bullying us off the ball easily, beating us for 50-50s way too easily. So this time it has to be a difference. It has to be a difference. Of course, the standouts from the last Clásico was Lamine wasn't 100%. I think he's getting better and better. Jules Koundé was a major talking point in the last Clásico where he had a stinker. I think he's definitely gotten better since then. Obviously, Rafinha playing another major impact, especially when it comes to the press. That's the great thing about having him back. I think Pedri and Frankie are going to have to be a lot more physical this game and a lot more on it, and have to run a lot more than what they did in the last Clásico. So I'm expecting them to really turn up for this game as well. And when it comes to the defense, is not make any evident mistakes where they make it too easy for Real Madrid. Like, for the first goal they got in the last Clásico, it was a beautiful pass from Jude Bellingham to Kylian Mbappe, but they should have stood on Mbappe closely. They should have kept a closer eye on Mbappe and make sure, like, all right, this guy's the main threat and is a striker. Let's not get him to make any easy runs where they can just get an easy goal like they did for the last Clásico, right? And that second goal, just man marking the right players, right? That easy Jude Bellingham tap in, we cannot allow those kind of goals to go in. That's unacceptable. Like, because, man, just like the basics of not man marking your player, like Frankie didn't man mark Jude in that point, or Koundé allowing Vinny to make that cross. Like, those are things that are unacceptable. We have to win every 50-50. We have to be on it physically and just bully him off the ball and make sure, like, hey, we're here to compete. We're not here to be just tossed around like last time. We're here to make a comeback from what happened last time, right? So Barcelona, I think, have a lot more to prove for this game, because the last Clásico, it was an embarrassing performance from Barcelona, and I'm very confident that we're going to do way better than we did last time and go at them. Of course, when we're looking at the threats from Real Madrid, I'm mostly looking at the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the runs that he makes. Vinny, I am not scared at all, bro. This guy is trash, man. I don't care what anyone says anymore, bro. This guy is just so predictable in his game. Like, he's just a pace merchant at this point for me. I don't care. I don't care if people say I'm exaggerating or what the case may be. At this point, Vinny doesn't scare me at all. Like, yes, if he gets through you with pace, I'm like, all right, I'm a bit worried there. But besides that, for the most part, this guy looks so predictable. This guy looks so unentertaining at all. Like, I don't know what he does at this point, bro. For me, he just looks like a pace merchant. So just beat him for pace and boom, you're good. Just bully him off the ball, read him easily, and you're good. Like, I'm not worried about him. Rodrigo could definitely cause a threat on the right-hand side. Balde at times is a bit shaky in one-on-one situations. And, of course, the runs that Rodrigo makes, too. He's a very intelligent player, too, so definitely have to keep an eye on for him. But I think this is going to come down to a lot on the midfield battle. The midfield battle is going to have to be important. Fermin, Pedri, and Frankie had to step up against the midfield of Eduardo Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Jude Bellingham. It's like a matter of, like, intelligence versus, like, physicality right here. But the other thing is that Madrid's midfield definitely have the intelligence as well, right? So Barcelona have to match up. We have to match up. So I think that midfield battle is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. And the standouts of Lamine, Rafinha, bro, they got to step up, bro. They got to step up. Of course, the other main difference is that Hansi Flick will be on the touchline, not his assistant. He will be on the touchline this time, so hopefully he'll be screaming out some, instructions and motivate the team, and hopefully no red cards. So we don't have to suffer like last time. But Joan Garcia also being back is a major difference for us. Of course, Szczesny did well in the last Clásico, made some crucial saves like the penalty for Kylian Mbappe. But I think Joan Garcia being there will be even more of a stance for the defense to have more confidence to go and do their thing, because they know they have a beast in the goal that can make some great saves as well. So that's a great thing of having Joan Garcia back. But overall, guys, I think Barcelona, I'm very confident in this game with Barcelona of winning this game. Just looking at the vulnerabilities of Real Madrid, man, they just look so shaky. But again, I just feel like Real Madrid are going to play this, trying to play this as safe as possible. We know they're not going to play no beautiful, attractive football. We know they're not going to do that. I think we know what they're going to do. They're going to play like Atletico Madrid. They're going to play like Atletico Madrid. They're going to defend and try to hit you on counterattacks. That's how I see this game going for Real Madrid. For Barcelona, I think we're going to have more possession. I think we're going to be at them, but it's going to be difficult because of the amount of defenders they're going to put up in front of us. That's just how I see this game going. Xabi Alonso, for me, like I said, he plays like a coward at this point, bro. I don't see him succeeding with this Real Madrid side. Like, maybe they might get a result against us if they play that kind of way. Again, if they score first, I think they're going to defend for their lives. But when it comes to La Liga, when it comes to the Champions League, Copa del Rey, I don't see it happening for them, because this way of football could work at times, but not all the time. So that's how I see this game playing now for Xabi Alonso. And of course, he knows his job is on the line. I'm assuming his job is on the line. I'm assuming his job is on the line. I really don't know, because so much talk has been said of this. His job is on the line, yes or no. I don't know. I'm assuming it is, but at the same time, I don't see who they can really replace him with at this point, because it's not like he's out of all the competitions yet. Like, he's still in it, so maybe they'll give him time until the end, into the summer. I think that'd be the smartest choice for Real Madrid. And I think they'd be pretty dumb to sack him midway already. But we'll see. But yeah, a lot of stake, a lot of on the line, ladies and gentlemen, for this Clásico. I'm very excited for this game. I think we're going to win this game, and I'm going to predict a little. I think Madrid will score one at least. I think. You know what? Fuck that. John Garcia's back. We're back in form. Our players are stepping up. Lamine is cooking up again. Rafinha's back. Ferran is scoring. Pedri's looking beautiful as always. Frankie's looking beautiful as always. Motherfucker, we're winning. 4-0. 4-0 win for FC Barcelona. I hope I don't regret saying that. I'll be nice. 4-1. 4-1. It's so sick. Nah, I'm confident. I'm very confident. I'm going to say 4-0. 4-0. I'll keep it at that. 4-0. 4-0 win from Barcelona. 2 goals from Rafinha. 1 goal from Ferran. And 1 goal from Fermín López. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this Clásico, how you're feeling for the build-up for the game. Are you excited? Or as a Barca fan, are you excited? Are you nervous? As a Madrid fan, are you excited or nervous? Let me know all those things down in the comments below. And let me know what the potential lineup you think both teams will be going up with. And let me know the final scoreline that you think the game will be. I'm tweaking already, bro. I'm nervous. I'm fucking drunk. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. Much love. Take care and peace.